When Women Speak.
And New Jersey Poetry Events presents
When People Speak.
Poetry and conversation with pop-up poetry guests.
Your hosts will be Amira, Shabazz, Bilal.
And your co-host, James C. Ellerby.
Ladies and gentlemen out there in virtual land, you are watching the program When People Speak. I'm going to take a minute and do a promotional ad for the program. When People Speak is now taking business information to post here and sell your product. And let's go with that. You can promote your business live on When People Speak. You can have a 35-second video. You can have this video run for 3 consecutive shows. You can grow your business as your ad is presented to the people right here on When People Speak. We'll support your platform. We offer this for a low promotion fee, and your business matters to us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring to the stage on When People Speak our very next guest. I hope she is ready. I haven't really received her email. Her bio, the way I had expected. But we're going to chat, and before it's all done and said, she's going to let us know who she is, because I know very well. Welcome, Sister Selah. Selah. Listen, don't worry about the bio. Tell me about yourself.
I sent it to you. And I think what ended up happening was I typed in the wrong email address, and I looked when I look back at the email, I got a sender, the notification when you send it to the wrong email address, and I didn't even realize that it happened, so I had to resend it to you. But it's in there. My name is Salah. I am a poet born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. I am a writer, publisher. I own Milk and Honey Publishing. I've published 4 books, 4 collections of poetry, and a self-help book regarding single moms. I was invited to be here, and I am grateful to be here. So I'm about to spend a couple.
Hey, and I'm grateful that you're here too. Even if James couldn't make it, we're going to make this party work out, okay? I'm going to bounce off the stage and allow you to give us some of your poetry.
Awesome.
See you in a minute.
Cool. Attention. Everybody in the daggone building. I need your ears tuned in and your eyes focused on me. See, this is a brand new day, and I demand respect for the person I've chosen to be, rather yet who you made me to be. Cold-hearted to game players and pitiless to fame chasers, I'll no longer be the blame taker, and I cease to remain nameless. And Father, I ask you to forgive me for not exuding godliness in this poem, but some of these people thought I was playing games, and I had to show them that I'm not one to be bartered, bargained, or jargoned with. I'm going to say what I please, and I do not beg you to pardon it. Even though I am a lady right now, I plan to get belligerent and uncouth, because Salah is what's it. I am too magnificent to subdue. I keep on pushing harder and harder on my way to the mountaintop. Not a man on this earth can make me drop. I don't give a damn what it just so happens to be. What it looked like is you hell-bent on capturing me, tying me down to a place I'm not asking to be. But see, I need to be free asexually. And got nerve to act shocked at the moves I made. Me stay in somebody's shadow, I'd rather choose my grave. And you've done all the damage you can do. You can stop trying to win now. You've been telling that same sad story for so long that I think I hear the violins now. Oh my God. What is she doing? I can't believe she did that to me. Well, believe it, sweetie, because this is the monster you created in me. If you ain't like me before, you really ain't gonna like me now. I've been upgraded and revamped, and I dare you to come try me now. After all that I've been through, I'm still here, and they ask me how, and my only response to them is how now, brown cow. Because when I was by myself in the rush, you had nothing to say to me. Slandered my character and didn't care what became of me. Laughed in my face and wanted to see me grieve, but I guarantee my heart is appeased. You murderous bastards thought I was done for, but I'm alive and well, and it's your heads I come for. So now I'm back, and I'm busting out just like I'm semen. And I think you better duck, because I'm about to exercise these demons. I want all those that betrayed my crown to give me good reason why it shouldn't be off with your head for high treason. This is my season, and your treachery will not be stood for. A few choice words and a cold shoulders about all that I'm good for. I'm on my come up, the definition of a true lady, so you can gather up your crocodiles and cry me the Euphrates. God brought me out of a struggle and I'm floating on cloud nine. It's almost like the rapture I done left all of y'all behind. See, I've been blessed so much to where I can touch the sky now. Came so far to where I don't need no mic now, because my voice can be heard through all the great halls of gods and men within these four walls, to the temple of your mind where you meditate on these rhymes. Anybody can recite poetry, but I claim it's mine. And you can't have it. Everything about it I own. I planted my mind into your gardens, and now it's time to reap what I've sown. I died of mental crucifixion and was cut no slack, but the Father wasn't ready for me. He told me, baby, go back. So the blood of simile was pumped into my veins, my muscles rebuilt by metaphors in my frame. Alliteration got my heart going and gave it a steady beat. Then spoken words spoke her words of life unto me. I took my first deep breath of fresh prosody and began to claim the life that God promised me. Now my ears only hear haikus and my eyes only see metrical patterns. And don't none of y'all gotta understand my method to madness, because I've been made whole as a result to this death. I am poetry itself reincarnated in the flesh. I am Salah. Thank you. That was number one. This next piece that I'm going to do for you, I actually went on Instagram live with this because I couldn't figure out how to share the link with other people. I shared it on my Facebook page, so hopefully people on Facebook are watching. But I went on Instagram live, so I'm waving at the Instagram live people. It's only one of y'all up there, but hey y'all. This next piece that I'm getting ready to do is an ode to all of my writers, all of my poet friends. This is dedicated to you and to the tools in which you create your art with. And not just my poets, but all of my artist friends. I really love you all, and I respect the work that you do. So this is to all my artist friends. Out of all the questions that a poet is asked, no one ever thinks to ask, poet, how is your notebook? See, no one truly understands what a poet's notebook must endure, each sheet of paper home to so much rage and anger. How would you feel if you were put in that kind of danger? Knowing that your sole purpose was to be abused, from all the scratches on your body due to a mind confused, to be a slave to a person so deeply bemused, when in reality the only real abuse to a notebook is being unused. Here in my notebook lies a totally different world, some that most can't keep up with. Open up my pages and you're liable to feel the wind gusting. It should be considered battered, and I'm calling it marked. The only sign of a true writer is if this notebook is tattered or falling apart, or the molding is peeling off the composition spine. This is love in its prime between my pen and these lines. It's like the Messiah to me. It takes all of my transgressions upon itself so that I can be free. How it deals with the things that are inside my head are beyond me. Murderous intentions. This chick back in love again. My bitterness is a woman scorned, and my need for soul redemption. I have soul ties to these blue lines not easily broken. Oh, we stay token. Me and my notebook, we get high together. I say, let's go to the moon. It says, baby, I'm down for whatever. We get elevated off the lead injections. My pen sexes this paper with no protection. Ejaculates the ink that travels up the spiral tubes. Poetry then growing within the margins like paper wounds. See, no one truly understands what a notebook must endure, especially not mine. I treat the lines like prison bars and lock my thoughts down into the abyss of bottomless pits, creating voids large enough to where my inner thought demons climb up out of it and create havoc for all those who choose to ignore me. And wreak havoc for all whose ears choose to hear me. Even though you need not fear me, I am indeed a force to be reckoned with, but I am nothing without my weaponry. My notebook is like the sunlight to my Superman, the guitar to my Eric Clapton, the stone to my King David, and the golden locks to my Samson. I am nothing if my notebook is away from me. If I die tonight, all I ask is that my notebook be buried with me. For any artist that does not appreciate the tool in which they create art is no artist at all, like a painter with his canvas, a musician with her instrument, a dancer with her music. We become one. I become one with my notebook. And if I hadn't said it before, please let me take the time to say it now. Notebook, I love you. And I'm sorry for everything that I put you through. That was number 2. Thank you guys so much. I have one more. I just want to acknowledge my people on Instagram because, I think they might be thinking that I'm just reciting poetry in my car. But I'm actually doing a couple pieces for When People Speak with my sister, Amira Shabazz. And I just thank you for the opportunity. I love working with you. I love being a part of what you're doing. Thank you and James for having this platform for us to speak. So with that, I will recite my last poem, and it's for all of my ladies, all of my Black women, to be specific. I love all women, but Black women, we're God, point blank, period. So this is for us. I come from a broken history, a long line of a sullen legacy where my people's greatness was hidden by hatred and chained and shackled by bitter cold faces, but still, I rise on. But my legacy is different. Sort of like the others, but unique in its spirit. You see, my story dates back to the Egyptian queens, to the Nefertitis, the Hatshepsuts, and all in between. You see, I ruled the land with no other's help. I wasn't just a woman, I was Egypt myself. Even in bondage, I still wore my crown. Even though I was beaten and thrown to the ground, I have many names buried under my roots. My name is Sojourner, and I am the truth. I am Harriet Tubman, yet some called me Moses. I led mine the promised land with freedom as focus. I've been through the pain, the suffering, the hurting, yet I still bore the name of Zora Neale Hurston. I sang my whole heart out, and I never had shame. And folks wondered why I'm named Lady Day. As well as Dorothy Dandridge, I came on the scene and acted in movies on the big silver screen. You see, I did it all with my eyes on the prize. Had to have my guard up just to fight for my rights. They tried to lock me down, but Rosa wasn't beat. I'd rather give up life than to give up my seat. I didn't back down. I didn't shake in my boots. I should be named Mountain because I will not be moved. I'm a Coretta Scott King kind of queen. A Betty Shabazz who knew my task kind of queen. Yet some still deny me my throne, like I'm not the mother of everything they know. I came from slavery and bondage to winning Grammys and Oscars, kicked down the wall and added Black women to the roster. I made the world move and I stood firm and tall. I looked hate right in the face and caused him to fall. First I was a slave in old master's residence. Now I'm sharing White Houses with American presidents. So for all those that fall under my legacy, never let anyone tell you what you will never be. For you are safe, my love, in these hands of mine. Now go and take your rightful place in the sands of time. Thank you all. That was my time. I appreciate you.
Well, listen, thanks for the shout out for When People Speak and When Women Speak. I appreciate you too. Each and every time you grace our stage, whether it's this platform or it's sister's platform, you bring it. You bring the whole thing, girl. But listen, you need to when as soon as you get off, or I don't know, you said you're not on Facebook, you're on Instagram right now, but can you slowly say what your handle is? Because there are people that would love to hook up with you. They're asking in the chat, what are you under in social media?
Awesome.
Yes, can you tell us?
Okay, Facebook, you can find me under Lita Coley Cox, and I'll type it in the chat. But it's Lita, first name, last name Coley, Coley -Cox, Cox as an X-ray. Instagram, you can find me at Sweeta Kalita 84. That's SWEETA KALITA 84. I did switch my my Instagram handle from Salah Poetic to Sweeta Kalita 84. But again, like I said, I'll type that in the chat. And then yeah, add me. I am crazy. I post a bunch of nutty things, but it's only because I like to make everybody laugh.
Yeah. I left out that you're the TikTok queen. Man, those TikToks have me dying. How'd you learn how to do those so good?
You know what? I don't know. I just get into the whole vibe and of what it should look like.
Oh my God.
Like, and then now everybody's like, have you ever thought about acting? And I was like,
no, you got that, sis. You got that, sis. The TikTok queen. So, okay, so I'm not going to let you off the stage without at least one pressing question.
Okay.
Like one pressing question. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's not so pressing. Which format or which genre of poetry do you prefer?
I would say it would borderline erotic poetry and mixed with my love poems, because I'm a lover of love. I am a student of love, and everything that love is, and of course, eroticism falls under that that form, but erotic poetry, spoken word, that's me right there in a nutshell. Love poems, I feel like Pablo Neruda was the greatest. Pablo Neruda and King David were the greatest love poem writers of all time, and then I'm third.
So wait, let me make sure I understand. So you're not trying to equate erotic poetry with love, or are you? Are they connected? Are they the same? Because there's different types of erotic poetry.
I would consider, I wouldn't put them together. I wouldn't equate them. I wouldn't say they're equal to each other. I would say they all fit in the same melting pot, because with my style of erotic poetry, I'm not raunchy. I don't like the raunchiness of erotic poetry. I like to be able to say something without saying something. I like to, call certain anatomy, certain body parts, different things, so it's not all just raunchy, because I know a lot of that is a turn off for people. So I like to incorporate more love in my erotic poetry than raunch, if that makes any sense.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. Last question.
It's been
working. I hear. Wait, they're lined up going to the show thinking they're going to see one thing, and then they get in there and they see a show.
Yeah.
They see a show. They see a show, and that show is wrapped and intertwined with poetry, and it's often not what they thought it was going to be, but they come out pleased nonetheless.
Oh yeah. Oh, listen. And Auntie, I'm trying to tell you, and
don't tell me. I don't want to know. Like, these ears can't hear that. I can't hear
that. I'll post pictures. Just look away.
Okay. Yeah, I did see the pictures. I was like, oh. All right, Selah. Your favorite poet.
Say that one more time.
Your favorite poet.
My favorite, Pablo Neruda.
Okay, you already said that. I should have picked up on that.
Yeah.
You stumped me. I have no more hot seat questions for you. You are a repeat offender on When Women Speak. Hope to see you again. And is this your first time on When People Speak?
It is actually, yes.
Okay, so compare the two platforms, because they are different.
Okay. So if I had to compare it, I would say it's like a brother and sister platform. Me, I'm all about women empowerment. I'm not saying that this wasn't dope, because this is absolutely a dope platform. Again, shout out to James Ellerby and to you for even putting that platform on. But when the sisters speak, ma'am,
yes, ma'am,
force, to be reckoned with. When women come,
whole nother thing, right?
Level. It's a whole.
Oh, wait, you haven't heard John yet. John's coming up. You've
I
heard
know. I saw it.
Elijah was here. Noel, they were holding it up. But
Listen,
John the Conqueror is coming.
I love it. I
He's
love
coming
it.
to conquer.
I actually haven't seen him in a while, so it'd be good to see him, performing again. So I'll definitely stay tuned. I just been ripping and running. I'm supposed to be going to Baltimore this weekend because I skate and my
Yeah,
skates
that's right.
on there. Yeah, so
Okay, girl, skate on, skate on. Okay. Thank you. In all seriousness, thank you. You have a gift, whether it is on whatever genre you decide to write and perform in. I'm always in awe of your poems, your
thank
spirit, and your performance. Thank you for being a part of When People Speak,
you.
and hope to see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.